This is Franklin Frith, General Manager and Principal of Human Resources Mexico. Today we're with Ivonne Villalobos. This is a client video, okay, on making special payments with Human Resources Mexico. So you're going to cover like how that works, right?
Yes.
Excellent, Ivonne. Go to it.
Let's talk about what happens if you want to pay a bonus or commission to your employees. So here are some key points for you to consider. First of all, we will need to know if this bonus or commissions or payment is gross or net. Both options are subject to markup factor because they're taxable compensations. But here are the difference. If you pay a gross bonus, this means the employee will receive the amount less after taxes. And if you pay it net, this is called the take-home salary.
Take home.
And for get the net amount, we will need to gross up the amount and then apply the markup factor. So the employee will receive the exact amount you want to pay.
And I'm going to jump in real quick. This is common anywhere, eh? I mean, sometimes we get people that like are surprised at this. I mean, come on. If you're going to pay someone $1,000 net, so they have $1,000 deposit in their bank account, you as a company, regardless of where you're at, if it's taxable compensation, have to gross that up. And then when you gross it up, you as the company have to pay, in the United States, workers' comp, unemployment taxes, FICA, FUTA, SUTA, all that stuff on the gross amount. This is not like rocket science, okay? So if you're going to pay a net amount, it has to be grossed up, and then there's cost on the gross amount. Therefore, anything that's taxable compensation that has a gross and a net, that means it's taxable compensation, is going to be subject to the total cost markup factor. Why? Because there's employer cost, right? Okay,
exactly.
Excellent.
Thank you. Here other thing, if the bonus is about $10,000, we will be needing a second approval just to make sure everything is clear and for your protection.
Ivonne, that's a great point. In 10 years, we've been in Mexico 10 years, okay, the most trusted PO in Mexico. We had a situation where an employee was on the way out of the company, in other words, the client company, the employee was on the way out, and bonused someone $100,000 on the way out. Okay, it was all approved. Okay, it was all approved. Nothing was negative, but that like woke us up. We said, wait a minute, what would have happened if this person was on the way out and it wasn't approved?
Yes. And
we started this whole $100,000 process. So Ivonne, as our cash flow manager, implemented a new. Like a new rule, like a safeguard, like a safety net for your company, okay? Where if it's larger, if the bonus amount's going to be larger, or commission or whatever is larger than 10 grand, all right, we want to make sure that there's someone else in your company that said, yes, this is approved, okay? It's to protect you, the client. Good point, Ivonne.
yes,
good job.
Thank you. In these cases, a special invoice will be issued, and once we receive the funds, we will pay the employee.
Excellent.
Because of the amount.
Good point, Ivonne. Good.
On the other hand, if your bonus is below the $2,000, you are subject to our finance policy, and it will be invoiced in your next invoice cycle.
And let me just jump in real quick, because this is an important point. What Ivonne is saying is if whatever amount, commission amount, bonus amount, whatever amount that's under $2,000, we will automatically quote-unquote finance. I don't like using that word because normally financing, it calls in interest. There's interest, when you pay. We don't. So when we say we finance, we front. We'll front the money. So if you say, hey, please pay Susan $1,000 bonus tomorrow, and providing it's in writing and via our service portal, we will pay it tomorrow and put that on your next invoice. In other words, we will finance up to $2,000 per client. Why? Because you're a client. Okay?
Exactly.
Great point.
Also, this finance policy applies to
reimbursements,
overtime, vacation bonus,
anything. Yeah, anything. Providing it's authorized by you.
Yes.
We won't do anything without authorization. Trust me, we don't give away money. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And finally, but not least, for overtime and vacation bonus that exceeds the $2,000, we will pay to the employee because they are entitled by law
Good point.
to this payment.
Man, you are good.
But also, but a special invoice, since is above the 2,000, a special invoice will be issued, and you will need to pay it as soon as possible. But we will cover this because the employee is entitled to this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Good point, Ivonne. Anything else on this?
And that's it.
Excellent. So special payments, quick summary. Special payments. Anything under $2,000 will finance. Anything over $2,000, special invoice. Anything over 10 grand, two authorizations. In other words, we need to confirm that it's authorized. What other?
If it's net or gross.
Net or gross. You need to specify net or gross, and if it's a net amount, it's going to be grossed up. Anything else?
In this case, we will need it in writing.
Oh yeah.
Not on the phone.
Yeah, nothing's done via the phone when it comes to money, eh?
No.
Just so you know. I mean, come on. That's logical. And our clients respect the fact that we run such a tight ship. I mean, we've been in business 10 years. You don't last 10 years because you run a loose ship. It's not going to happen, and especially in our business, okay? So good job, Ivonne. Excellent job.
So if you want to pay your employee a special bonus or something, just write us at support@expandmexico.com, and I'll be happy to help you.
Excellent. Good job, Ivonne. Thank you very much. Okay, very good.